Hi, welcome to the back of the boat again. Before I fully confess my sins about sacking my entire family, let's first you and I agree that running a family business can be extremely difficult. Like riding a unicycle, on a tightrope, backwards, whilst juggling, hedgehogs, blindfolded. Okay, maybe not that difficult. A little bit of context. Indy started the business delivering loaf cakes out the back of a rusty Toyota car, and the business grew, and at one point we had about 40 staff. We were running an all-night bakery, delivering cakes on the internet. We had a coffee shop, and as well as that we were delivering to 300 coffee shops around London. Very hectic, very busy, and we needed some structure. So I decided that to read a book called The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. Brilliant book. Coincidentally, it also has to centre around a coffee shop and a cake shop. So I read the book and it became so clear that we needed some structure. He explains in that book that 90% of businesses, that's Layla coming up the steps, that 90% of businesses that are turnkey, like McDonald's, where you get a manual and just follow it, are very easy and successful. Key point here, franchise businesses which have a manual and all tested are very successful. When you start a new business, you've got to go through that learning curve, and as the business gets bigger, you get less time to learn. I insisted, having read the book, that both Indy and Nikki, I think Kieran was off doing something else by then, Indy and Nikki read the E-Myth. I bought them a copy, put a lovely inscription inside the front cover and said, "Girls, read this, it will explain everything." A week later, "Have you read the book?" "Yeah, and I've got round to it." "Okay, next week." Another week. "You read the book?" "No, not going to." "Listen, if you don't read it, I'm going to sack you." Like most businesses, our efficiency relied on data and structure. We had 100 odd birthday cakes a week to get right. That's the right name on the birthday, the right number, right flavour, colour, shape, date, location for delivery if it was being delivered, and just one piece of information that wasn't in place that we disappointed the customer. I've actually delivered a cake to Kent because we missed an apostrophe out. It didn't make sense what we'd written. So getting all that information in place and people's roles was so key to our business. Friday night came and the two hadn't read the E-Myth. But right, you're both sacked. They said, fine. Monday morning, I turn up in the office and I'm the only one there. I had to quickly, how am I going to get these delivered? How am I going to get baking done? I managed to phone a taxi firm and got them to do a bulk delivery at a discounted rate. And then I started to think about how I'd get baking done and cakes decorated. Luckily by lunchtime, the cavalry came. They still haven't read the book, but I was just happy to see them. Stories similar to this, regarding me sacking my family, are available in my book, which is called 52 Mistakes I Have Made in Business, so you don't have to. They are weekly stories with a point. At the end of each story, a worksheet for you to go through. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to give you some pointers of not making the mistakes that I've made. It's available both on ebook and paperback on Amazon. Link in the description. So what did I learn from this experience, apart from don't sack your family? I think the most important thing is to engage staff. I don't want to call my wife and my daughter staff, but people around you, your team, engage with them, not impose. I remember when I was doing sales and objection handling, that if somebody is against what you're putting forward, the way to convince them is to slowly turn them around, not them, grab them by the shoulders. Imagine a forest walk, and you're walking through this lovely tree-lined avenue, and there's somebody coming the other way, and you've got to get them to walk in your direction. The one thing you don't want to do is grab them by the shoulders, turn them around and push them in your direction. So maybe you need to walk in their direction for a while, and go with their flow and slowly turn them round. And I think that's a great analogy for turning people around in a managerial situation. The wind's got up, but it's just too nice outside not to be in nature. So enjoy the beautiful scenery, and hopefully you can hear me above the wind. Looking back in hindsight, we had too many moving parts in our business. The information was spread across different spreadsheets, a diary in the shop, so getting materials and order details took a lot of time. And I think the businesses that really do well, I think companies like Rolex, Guinness, Dyson, they specialise on one thing and they do it really well. I mean, even Dyson did vacuum cleaners for 12 years before branching out into the air blade and the hand dryers, which now turns over $300 million. So I wish we'd concentrated on one thing, probably the internet cakes and quick delivery of birthday cakes, and just focused on that and cut out all the other stuff. There's some business decisions you make in your life that can land you in debt. There's other business decisions you make that can land you in hospital. And there's one such story that really did nearly end up in A&E. Want to watch that video? Click that link there, and may all your mistakes be small and all your successes huge.